Hey everybody, welcome back to Growing Snow. So today's video I'm going to talk about the hill that I affectionately call it. So this is definitely a bigger project that's been started, but you'll see what I mean by a bigger project. I'll have to probably get some professional work done, things like that, but I'll start showing you the hill. Okay, so this is the edge of the side yard from the other video. So this area here, I did stop the retaining wall here, and then if you look a little further over, you can see the mulch line there. So eventually, I'll need to be clearing some more of this space out and obviously extend the retaining wall. However, I need to get the stump taken out, but if you look back through here, it is just kind of completely overgrown. It does drastically go up to the fence like this, but then when you look this direction, it's more of the same as well. So there's actually quite a bit of space here. It's just not usable yard because of the overgrowth in the hill. So what I'm envisioning, obviously extend the retaining wall, and that would kind of, well, probably right where the tree stump is, it would go straight back. And then this would actually be kind of a walkable path, potentially, to maybe get up the hill going this direction. So I'll take you around the other side of this shed where the hill I've started working on. There's some actual plants there. Okay, so other side of the shed here. So this is the view previously looking this way. So this tree would need to be taken out. So what I'm envisioning, and you can kind of see the plants, and then mulch line is about right there, but about there, a little bit further up, would be where I would put a retaining wall and extend it across there, because as you can see, this just slopes all the way up to the fence. Now about here, it does level out up at the top of the hill, but here I do have where I put my yard clippings, and then my wood pile for the fire pit, and then this is kind of a compost bin that I saw drill a bunch of holes in, make a compost bin, but I need something sturdier. As you can see, it's collapsed in, but some eggshells in there, still some pretty good soil, so that I'll probably spread around at some point this fall. But again here, so use this for the fire pit, and then grass clippings here. But what I'm also envisioning here, when we do eventually get a retaining wall coming around, I'd like to kind of bring it around this here and then go back there. So I've only ever added one tree in my yard, but this would be kind of a focal point. I like Japanese maples, just different types of trees, but I think that would be a good focal point there. And that is Theo, that's our beagle dog. But as we back out here, so this foliage here, there's a tree back there. Let me step over here, right there.
I'd keep that tree because it keeps that nice and shaded.
I did actually clear this out last spring, and you can see some of it's come back, but I need to keep the plantings there to help with the erosion, because there's really nothing up there once you get past about here. In my previous video, I did talk about hostas in my yard. So I have multiple different types of hostas. My family has had hostas for years. So actually, these hostas here, these colorations, I've got one there, one here. Those all came from the same type of hosta from my grandmother in Wisconsin, and then also I have an aunt there. We got some of those years ago. They've been through 2 and 3 different houses, from my parents' house now to my house, because we've split those so many different times. But just different types of hostas in here, and they're just different interest as well. So here we've got some Astilbe. We've got another one kind of back here. It's actually dead right now, I think. I'm hoping it comes back next year. And then just different spots. There's some right here just to this side of this hosta, and then also here, and back behind there as well, right there. So those get kind of taller stalks on them, and then they kind of look feathery almost. And then here I do have different types of ferns. So these have already died back for this year. But these are interesting. They're called ostrich ferns. So if you look down at the bottom, you can kind of see almost like, looks like a knuckle almost. Basically, these unfurl in early spring. So these unfurl up vertically, and then you get your leaves that come off the sides once they've unfurled all the way up. Then I've got another version of fern there, and also here. I do have a daylily that I've put in here, so it's really kind of interesting how I did this border about right here. This gets pretty good sun, but this stays pretty shaded from the tree. So as you can see, it does go up. I've got some pavers here kind of mimicking steps, and then some lights here, some yard decor. But eventually what I envision is getting up here. Basically, here's our mulch line right here, along here, and then this would get cleared out again. And then you can see once you get up by this tree, it actually kind of levels out decent. So when we get this done, I would like to be able to go up here and actually kind of have like a cafe table or something here, because then you actually get a pretty good view of the yard out there. And then, so this is the oval kind of focal point from the house, and then this is our fire pit here, and then just over there hidden is our patio, but it's not finished yet. So that's another video for another day. But like I said, this flattens out. I think that this would be a good space for like a cafe table, something along those lines. And then obviously more plantings up here. And as always, I'll post before and after pictures in the video. I know that when this area started, probably about right here, so maybe 3 feet in, just behind that ostrich fern there, that was kind of grass, but this would get really soggy because it's just the water coming down the hill. So then I put the ferns there. They can help soak up some of the moisture, and then some of these other plants, obviously. So again, with a lot of my yard, especially this side of the yard, there's just a lot of undergrowth that comes back. So just the different ivies in there that just repeatedly come back. So this, some of the pictures that I'll post, this area's looked better before, but next year's goal is to get this very much attended to for weeding purposes, and then probably another layer of mulch as well, and then just kind of start working up there again. Don't know how quick or how soon I'll be able to do the retaining wall, because like I said, I'll probably have to end up hiring that out. But I just really like the potential for this area, especially up there where we might be able to have like a cafe table. It's nice and shaded, and then you can just look out over the entire yard. So yeah, this is the hill. Thank you for watching. I hope everybody enjoys the content, and I'll keep posting different things throughout the yard.